method?
Avoidance method.
Yes, Banker's algorithm is one of the type of bankers. One of the type means we use this as a banker deadlock avoidance method, right? So yesterday also we have discussed uh, how to prevent deadlock, right? There were four methods available in which we discussed about that four necessary conditions we have to make them false. One of the condition will be false, that mutual exclusion, no permission, hold and wait, and the circular wait. If we will false that condition, then there will not be any deadlock. Then one of the option is to just avoid, or we can say to just neglect the deadlock. Let them operating system will pretend like kuch hua hi nahi. It will pretend like there is no any deadlock, so let it happen whatever it has to do, and then after that we will restart the processes, right? That is just neglecting the deadlock. That is one of the process. Then the third one is the deadlock avoidance, in which we have this Banker's algorithm. And the fourth one was to detect and to protect our processes. Now we can detect by using simply resource allocation graph. Simply we can design our processes, first of all, how they are going to run, what will be the order, what should be the order, so that deadlock cannot happen. And if we can find out by designing or by using the allocation graph that there is a possibility of deadlock to happen, then we can cure that, or we can say one of the process we will remove from the scheduling so that deadlock should not happen. अगर हो रहा है तो हम वहाँ से कोई प्रोसेस इस तरीके से हटा देंगे कि वहाँ पे डेडलॉक हैपन ना हो. So there were four methods to control the deadlock. Then we have started with this Banker's algorithm. Now why Banker's algorithm? Because the exact same procedure will be applied like the bank applications, where the bank manager will approve the loan of the account holder depend upon whatever the current money availability is there in their bank account. The total money, uh, by considering all account holders money, whatever the investment will be there, everything. Okay, so according to the availability of the money, the loan amount for the account holder will be approved. Okay, so like that, what we are going to do in our operating system, the processes, the first and the very important thing is, in this algorithm, every process is going to announce what is their requirement, which resources they want. Okay, they are going to announce, they are going to advertise, this is my requirement. Okay, and I want this resources, I want this resources for this much time. Okay, या फिर कितनी बार उनको चाहिए, how many times that resource instance they want. So that everything will be announced by process initially, at the initial step only. And by observing all the requirement of all the processes, then only processor, or we can say operating system, is going to allocate or going to um, sequence, going to schedule the processes. Okay, and that schedule we are going to provide by using the Banker's algorithm. So if you can see this numerical, we will solve or we will see that method by solving the example itself. That will be very easy to understand. The given columns are, the processes are given, P1 to P5 processes are given. Then we have allocated max need column, there is one remaining need column, and one is available column. Now what is the meaning of this? This is the process ID, simple P1 to P5 process ID are given. This allocated, now if you can observe, we have three resources available, A, B and C. These are the three type of the resources. Like consider anything, A will be the register, B will be the printer, C will be the scanner, like this. Any three resources are available, from which number of instances are available for that resources. अब number of instances available अगर है, that means वो किस टाइप का resources है, मल्टी इंस्टेंस रिसोर्सेस. वहां पे हम सिस्टम कौन सा यूज करना है, मल्टी इंस्टेंस रिसोर्सेस. देर इज नो सिंगल इंस्टेंस रिसोर्स, देर इज अ मल्टी इंस्टेंस रिसोर्सेस. मतलब एक ही रिसोर्स का जो है नंबर ऑफ पार्टीशन है, जिसको आप डिफरेंट डिफरेंट प्रोसेसेस को अलोकेट कर सकते हैं. राइट, सो वी हैव three resources. From these three resources, this much instances are already allocated to these processes. For example, from A's resource, zero instances have been allocated, means no any instance or no any resources allocated to that P1 process. Okay, but B's resource, one of the B resource is allocated to P1, then nothing from C, not yet allocated. Now P2, two instances of A or two A resources have been allocated to P2, zero from B, zero from C. For P3, it is 302, matlab three instances of A is already allocated to P3, two instances of C already allocated to P3, and there is no any allocation from the B resource. Same for P4, 211, same for P5, 002. For P5, we have already allocated C's instances. Okay, so this is the allocation which is already done. Now, but after allocating this also, they require some more. This is the main thing in our bankers algorithm, that processes announces their max need of the resources, their maximum need of the resource they will announce. Okay, so P1 process, after allocating this also, after this is the half of the allocation or partial allocation has been done, but they need the total requirement of that resources is given or mentioned in this maximum need. Are you getting this? So how many times A resource wants P1? 7 times. So 7 instances are totally required for the P1. मैक्सिमम उसको 7 चाहिए, जिसमें से 0 allocated है, मतलब कुछ भी allocate नहीं हुआ है, मतलब उसको सबके सब अभी तक चाहिए. Then B resources maximum requirement is 5, from which 1 has been already allocated, means remaining will be 4. Right, like this 753 for P2 it is 322, for P3 902, P4 422, P5 533. This is the maximum requirement of the resources for this respective processes. Okay, now these 3 columns will be given. With this, one column, available column will be given in the example itself. Okay, and it may possible कि available column भी नहीं दिया हुआ है, you only have to calculate. But if available column is not given, then it is given that total instances available for that resources. Okay, we are only understanding which we can say which data will be given initially, or what is the initial requirement of this algorithm. Okay, so this is what the total instances of the resources A, B and C. Total instances for A resources 10, total instance for B resources 5, total instances of C resources 7. इतने total available है, जिसमें से ये already allocated है और ये उनका maximum need है. ओके, यहाँ तक सब कुछ क्लियर है? What are the given requirements, or initialization is there, or whatever the initial data is given? Is it clear till now? Anyone reply?
Ma'am, please explain this last part available.
This one?
Yes.
Available. Ha. This we are going to still calculate. Now what we are going to calculate in this available, after allocating this, these are the total instances of all the resources available. फाइन, मतलब ए के इतने इंस्टेंसेस है, बी के इतने इंस्टेंसेस है, सी के इतने इंस्टेंसेस है. फाइन, ये हमको दिया गया है, जिसमें से इसमें से कुछ इंस्टेंसेस इसको अलोकेट हुए हैं ऑल प्रोसेसेस को. हाँ, अब इसको देने के बाद, इस इतने टोटल में से इतना देने के बाद कितना बचा हुआ है, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू राइट इनटू दिस अवेलेबल कॉलम. ओके, दैट पार्ट वी आर गोइंग टू कवर. बट बिफोर दिस रिमेंबर कि इतने टोटल हैं इंस्टेंसेस हर एक रिसोर्स के, जिसमें से ए में से ये इतने अलोकेट हो चुके हैं, बी में से इतने अलोकेट हो चुके हैं, सी में से इतने अलोकेट हो चुके हैं. अब ये सब अलोकेट होने के बाद जितने बचे हैं वो अब हम इधर लिखेंगे. ठीक है, दिस इज द टोटल इंस्टेंसेस अवेलेबल फॉर द रिसोर्सेस. उतने टोटल मशीन के पास ही है, सिस्टम के पास ही है, जिसमें से ये अलोकेटेड है. और दिस इज द मैक्सिमम रिक्वायरमेंट. भले ही आपने इतने दिए हैं, लेकिन इसको इतने लगने वाले हैं भाई, मतलब यू विल हैव टू शेड्यूल दैट, you will have to provide the resources to these processes so that they can complete their execution. And in this way we have to allocate them so that there should not be any deadlock. So basically, by using the bankers algorithm, what we are going to find out, we are going to find out whether the system is safe to execute these all processes or not. This we are going to find out, whether the system is safe or unsafe. This question's answer we are going to find out by applying this banker's algorithm, whether the system is safe or not to execute these processes in the given availability of the resources instances, and whatever the requirement of the process is there. And we are going to find out whether it is safe or unsafe. The question will be asked in the same manner, whether the system safe situation is there or not. And remember one thing, this is the basic requirement कि हर एक process initially announce कर रहा है what is the maximum need. So in between the execution of these processes, no any process can increment their requirement. Are you getting this point? This is the main limitation we can say. या फिर आप बैंकर्स एल्गोरिथम उसको फीचर भी कह सकते हो, क्योंकि उसी से हम लोग तो एनालाइज कर रहे हैं ना कि वेदर डेडलॉक कैन हैपन और नॉट, राइट? So in between, once it will announce कि this is my maximum need, and then we will allocate the sequence, then we are going to execute all the processes. In between of this execution, no any process can increment their resource requirement. वो कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नया अनाउंस नहीं कर सकते. दैट इज द लिमिटेशन ऑफ बैंकर्स एल्गोरिथम. दैट प्रोसेस हैव टू announce that after the execution of these processes. Otherwise, what will happen if it will increment, and if we are going to consider that, then we cannot say surely that it is safe or unsafe, क्योंकि according to the requirement और उस टाइम की अवेलेबिलिटी डेडलॉक अकर हो सकता है. So we cannot change our decision in between. So processes have to announce their requirement at the initial step only. Fine. Now, so after this, what first of all we are going to do, we have to find out the availability and the remaining need column. Also the question will be asked, जैसे दो कंटेंट में दो सेक्शंस में क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि वेदर द सिस्टम इज सेफ टू एग्जीक्यूट और नॉट. ओके. दूसरा पूछा जाता है व्हाट इज द रिमेनिंग नीड, या फिर उसको नीड मैट्रिक्स भी बोलते हैं. दिस कॉलम, रिमेनिंग नीड कॉलम, इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज द मैट्रिक्स नीड मैट्रिक्स. ओके. सो वो दूसरा सेक्शन पूछा जाता है. देन थर्ड माइट बी आस्क्ड कि वेदर एनी प्रोसेस कैन इंक्रीज देयर रिक्वायरमेंट और नॉट, वेदर इट इज पॉसिबल टू give the processor for the execution for that particular process or not. This type of the questions will be asked for 10 marks. Now let us start. First we will calculate this remaining need. Remaining need matlab remaining need of the resources for this processes. Now this is the how we can calculate this. This is the maximum need and this is the allocated resources. So remaining need we can find out by subtracting these values, maximum need minus allocated need. So we will get the remaining need, or we also call it as a need matrix. This we also call it as a need matrix. Okay. How we are going to find out? Maximum requirement of the process minus allocation. Okay. And remember, from this resource you have to subtract this resource instances. Don't confuse, इधर के नंबर इधर mismatch मत कर देना. So from this 7 we have to subtract this 0. So this will be 7 because maximum requirement 7 है, allocated कुछ भी नहीं है, तो बचा कितना? 7 के साथ इसको requirement अभी भी बाकी है, right? Now 5 minus 1 that is 4, 3 minus 0 3. Again for P2 remaining matrix will be 3 minus 2 is 1, 2 minus 0 2, 2 minus 0 2. All instances are required. Now 9 minus 3 6, 0 minus 0 0, 2 minus 2 sorry 2 minus 2 0. 2 की requirement थी, 2 already allocated है, so there is no any requirement. Okay. Now maximum need for P4 is, P4's A resource is 4, from which 2 is already allocated. So 4 minus 2 will be 2, 2 minus 1 will be 1, 2 minus 1 will be 1. 5 minus 0, 3 minus 0, 3 minus 2 1. Clear है need matrix? How we have calculated the need matrix? Need matrix is equals to max need minus allocated. Need matrix is also called as remaining need. मतलब किसी भी तरीके से पूछा जा सकता है. Remaining need. Okay, maximum requirement minus allocated. So we got our remaining need. Now available. After allocation of this, how many resources, how many instances of the resources are still remaining? Okay, so we have this total instances and these are the already allocated, so we can calculate like ए की रिसोर्सेस और ए के इंस्टेंसेस टोटल कितने अलोकेट हुए हैं. 2 + 3 + 2 7, राइट. टोटल 7. 1 2 बी के इंस्टेंसेस 2 ही अलोकेट हुए हैं. 2 3 4 5 टोटल 5 instances of C resource have been already allocated. Total 2 instances of B resource have been already allocated. Total 7 instances of A resource have been already allocated. We have just हमने जस्ट इसमें एडिशन किया है कि कितने इंस्टेंसेस A के जा चुके हैं, राइट. नाउ कैन वी से नाउ हाउ मेनी आर अवेलेबल? हाउ टू फाइंड आउट? टोटल instances available for the resources minus total instances allocated to the processes, right? Available is equals to total instances of resource minus allocated instances to processes. Okay, so 10 minus 7 total 3 are still remaining. 5 minus 2 total 3 are still remaining, right? 7 minus 5 total 2 are still remaining. These are the instances which are remaining. Fine, यहां तक हो गया. अब क्या करना है? Now we have to find out need matrix. The first question was need matrix. This we have calculated, need matrix. This is done. Now we have to find out whether it is safe or unsafe to execute these processes in the availability or in the requirement or whatever the total instances of the resources allocated available. By considering this all, whether our system is safe or not, that we have to find out now. That is the last part. Okay, so we have the current availability 332. So we can just verify in this 332, can we complete the requirement of P1 process? The requirement of the P1 remaining is 743. Do we have 743? No. We have less than the requirement. Availability is less than the requirement. So we cannot continue with the P1. Right? Now, P2. P2's requirement is 1 2 2. 1 2 2. Can we proceed? Yes. The requirement is less than or equal to the availability. So we can proceed. 1 2 2. अगर ऐसा होता है यहाँ पे 4 2 2, 4 2 2, can we allocate? No. Why? Even if the two resources we can allocate, but one of them is not fulfilling. In the case of 4 to 2, this is the primary requirement कि whenever you are allocating the resources for the process for further execution, you have to allocate at the same time. ऐसा नहीं कि दो अभी मिल रहे हैं तो दो ले लो फिर बाद में एक प्रोवाइड करेंगे. No, this is the main requirement of Banker's algorithm कि availability of all the process, all the resources should be there. Then only we can consider that process for the execution. Okay, so 1 2 2, it is fulfilling the requirement of P2 process. We have 332 available, so we will consider P2 first. We will consider P2 first. Suppose P2 will execute in some time and it will terminate. P2 will execute, P2 will terminate. So while it is terminating, ये execute कैसे करेगा? By टेकिंग दिस रिसोर्सेस, जितने उसको जरूरत थी उसने इसमें से ले लिया, एंड इट हैज बीन एग्जीक्यूटेड. नाउ आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूशन what P2 will do, P2 will terminate, and while terminating it will just release the previously allocated resources also. ये तो है ही हमारे पास जिसमें से उसने यूज किया, बट इससे पहले भी कुछ इसके अवेलेबल allocated थे ना resources. Those resources will also be released at the time of termination of this P2 process. Okay, so which one was the allocated, previously allocated? A resource was allocated. 2 instances for the A resource were allocated. So simply that will be added into the current availability. Okay, so this 200 we are going to add into the current availability, क्योंकि जब ये terminate होगा वो release कर देगा previously allocated. So 3 plus 2 will be 5, 3 plus 0 3, 2 plus 0 will be 2. So now this will be the current availability from which our P2 has been done. P2 we have executed. Now our current availability is 532. 532 सीक्वेंस में ही जाते हैं, अभी तक हम लोग P2 के पास आए थे. Now we can check for P3. 600. Can we proceed? No, we cannot. This is the requirement. 6 is the requirement, availability is 5. So यहाँ पे ही हमारा रिजेक्शन हो जाता है. Next 211. 211. Yes, we can proceed. Requirement of the P4 process is 211. Availability is 532. So we can proceed with the P4. We can proceed with P4. So suppose P4 will execute, it will terminate. While it is terminating, it will release whatever the previously allocated resources are there. P4. 211 was the previously allocated resources. Simply we are going to add these resources into the current availability. So 5 plus 2 will be 7, 3 plus 1 will be 4, 2 plus 1 will be 3. And we have completed the P4 process. Now the current availability is 473. 743. So we will continue. 743. Can we proceed with the P5? Can we proceed with the P5?
Yes, ma'am.
How yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. How it is yes? What I'm saying P, हाँ क्या बोला?
P3 पहले होगा.
हाँ नहीं, what I'm asking is whether we can continue with the P5. This is अभी हमने P4 किया खत्म, फिर सीक्वेंस में P5 आ गया, तो हमने P5 को चेक कर रहे हैं. Can we proceed with the P5 in the current availability?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So how P3 फिर क्यों बोल रहे थे आप लोग?
मैम आपने कल बोला था ना कि आईडी 2 अवेलेबल रहेंगे तो आईडी के
हाँ, that is also okay. वहां पे क्या था केस, वो कौन सा सॉल्व कर रहे थे हम लोग? रिसोर्स एलोकेशन वाला सॉल्व कर रहे थे. एंड हियर ऑल्सो इफ यू वांट यू कैन स्टार्ट इनिशियली ऑल्सो. ऐसा नहीं कि बीच में कोई भी, इधर यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर सकते हो या फिर जहां कंटिन्यू छोड़ा था ना, जैसे अभी प्रीवियसली P4 किया तो P5 आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हो, या फिर आप डायरेक्टली P1 से स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. बीच में से कोई भी नहीं, P2 या P4. ठीक है, या तो P1 से स्टार्ट करो या तो जहां से आपने छोड़ा इधर P4 हुआ ना तो उसके बाद P5, लाइक दिस. ओके हाँ. सो जो फर्स्ट आंसर दिया था यस, हाँ इट इज आंसर इज करेक्ट, बट रीजन पूछा ना मैंने, तो रीजन इज अवेलेबिलिटी इज देयर, the requirement is less than the availability or equal to the availability, so we can proceed with the P5. That is correct. Okay, so even if you are starting from here, यहाँ से खत्म होने के बाद आपने मान लो FIFO से स्टार्ट कर दिया, so you are going to check for P1 743, then P1 also we can proceed. So it may possible the sequence of the execution या फिर order जो आपका आ रहा है वो यहाँ पे यूनिक होगा, जरूरी नहीं, वो सीक्वेंस चेंज भी हो सकता है. आपका ऑर्डर अलग हो सकता है, किसी और का ऑर्डर अलग हो सकता है. इफ दे आर प्रोसीडिंग लाइक आफ्टर दिस आई एम गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू विद दिस, और आफ्टर दिस आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट प्रोसेस, दैट इज ऑल्सो फाइन. द ऑर्डर इज नॉट यूनिक, सो डोंट वरी कि कहाँ से कैसे करेंगे. ठीक है, सो नाउ आई एम कंटिन्यूइंग विद दिस P5. द रिमेनिंग नीड इज 531, availability is 743, so I can proceed with the P5. So I'm going to write here P5. So now P5 will execute, P5 will continue its execution. After that, it will terminate. And while it is terminating, it will release the resources. Now, while it is releasing the resources, we are simply going to add 7 plus 0, 0, 7. 4 plus 0 will be 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. Right? Now, this we have completed. And this is our current availability, 7, 4, 5. So we will check from here now. The next one, 7, 4, 3. 7, 4, 3. Yes, we can continue. So I will continue with the P1. Okay, 7, 4, 3. Suppose P1 will execute, terminate, and then it will release. So after releasing, 7 plus 0 will be 7. 4 plus 1 will be 5. 5 plus 0 will be 5. This is now my current availability, and the P1 has been done. Now, the P3 is only one remaining process. P3 requires C0 6000 600. Yes, we can fulfill. So now P3 will come into the processor. P3 will be executed. Now it will terminate whatever the resources are there. 302. 302. So 7 plus 3 will be 10. 5 plus 0 will be 5. 5 plus 2 will be 7. This is the final remaining availability of our resource instances after executing all the processes. And without any interruption, or we can say no any process is infinitely waiting, और ऐसा नहीं हुआ है कि there is not no any availability is fulfilling the requirement of process, ऐसा केस कोई नहीं हुआ है. That means our system is safe, we can say, to execute these processes according to the instances availability, according to the current availability, and according to the requirement. Okay, हमारा system क्या है, safe है to execute in this sequence, or it may possible there is reordering in between these three, वैसा भी हो सकता है. So, but this is the safe, the answer is safe. Okay, and you can verify also, जितने टोटल अवेलेबल थे 10, 5, 7, उतने ही आखिरी में आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूटिंग ऑल द प्रोसेसेस एंड आफ्टर रिलीजिंग ऑल द रिसोर्सेस, द रिमेनिंग वाज 10, 5, 7, 10, 5, 7. So we are on the right track. That means we have executed this or solved this numerical successfully. Is it clear? Simple है. सबसे पहले क्या करना है, what we have to first of all check the given processes, the allocated chart, and the maximum need chart. Okay, and then we are going to calculate the need matrix. Need matrix will be calculated maximum need minus allocated. Okay, you will get the need matrix. After that, whatever the total instances of resources available, from which you are going to find out the available resources or the available instances of that resources. कैसे calculate करेंगे? By simply adding all the instances from this A resource, by simply adding all the instances from this B and from this C. और फिर वो total में से ये allocated instances आप minus करेंगे. Then whatever the result you will get, that will be your current availability. And then according to the current availability, you are going to find out which process I can proceed first, that you are going to find out. Okay, so this is the simple banker's algorithm. In this way you can solve the numerical for 10 marks. So write down the next example. I think now it is clear to you, so you can try to solve this your own. The question is, write down this question. Consider the following snapshot of a system. Consider the following snapshot of a system. Processes given are from P0 to P4. Allocation for A, B, C resources are given. Max matrix is given, A, B, C, and the available column is given, the initial availability 332. And the question is, answer the following questions using Banker's algorithm. What is the content of matrix need? What is the content of matrix need? Is the system is in safe state? Is the system in safe state? The third question is, if the request from P1 arrives for 102, if the request from P1 arrives for 102, can the request be granted immediately? Can the request be granted immediately? This question was asked in previous university examination for 10 marks. Consider the following snapshot of a system. Draw this chart and try to solve. First, you need to find out the matrix need. You can add one more column after the available column, matrix need column. Matrix need is the maximum need minus allocation. Maximum need minus allocation. You will get the matrix need. Yes, the first need matrix. How we are going to calculate the need matrix? Maximum minus allocated. Right? Yes, tell me.
743.
743.
743. Next.
122.
122.
600.
600.
011.
011.
431.
431. Okay. सबके आंसर सही होंगे, इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस तो है नहीं, बस सब्सट्रैक्शन करना है मैक्सिमम माइनस एलोकेशन. फाइन.
For available, first P1, then
हाँ.
P3, then P4,
रुको
then
रुको रुको रुको,
P0,
क्या बोला? फर्स्ट क्या बोला?
P1.
मतलब सीक्वेंस बता रहे हो, ऑर्डर ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन.
Yes.
हाँ, क्या? P1, देन
P3, P4, P0, and last one P2.
Okay. Any another sequence? Yes. Anyone else? Yet to solve or the same answer?
Same answer.
Same answer. Okay. What we have to first of all do? Available total. Can you find out the total from this? Availability is 332, right? And this is the allocated instances. Can you find out the total instances of the resource from this? Can you find out the total instances of the resources?
Yes, ma'am. It's 1057.
It's 10, 5, 7. You can find out simply by adding the allocation of this 3 plus 2 plus 2. That is 7. 1, 1, this is 2, and 2, this is 5. These are the allocated one, and this is the remaining one, means available one. So what we can do is simply 7 plus 3, that is 10, 2 plus 3, that is 5, 5 plus 2, that is 7. So this is total instances of the resources available. Okay, and this they have already given the available instances of the resources. So this is the availability 332. Which requirement we can fulfill? P1, 322, right? So we can fulfill this. Then what will be the current availability after executing this?
532.
3, 2. Okay, so this according to this availability, which one we can solve then?
P3.
P3, correct. So P3, if P3 will be executed, then released resources. So 5 plus 2, 7, 4,
4,
3. Correct. Okay. Now this is P3 done. Now 743, 743. Can we execute? Oh, P3 done, no? 743.
P4.
Yes, P4 we can execute. Correct. So after execution of P4, it will be released. Since 7, 4, 3 plus 2,
5.
5.
7 4.
Very good. Then P4 be done. Now next
P0.
पे जाते हैं 7 4 5. 7 4 5. Yes, we can execute this. So P1 P0 will be executed. It will release. So after releasing 7 5 5. Am I on the right track? P0. फिर 7 5 5 के बाद बचा कौन है अब अपना P2.
P2.
9 0 2 है. कहाँ हुआ कंप्लीट?
हम P1 नहीं होना चाहिए ना, हमारे पास B रिसोर्स 4 है और 5 नीडेड।
Yes, ma'am. पहले P2.
5 मांगा है मैम।
Yes, ma'am.
तो यही तो फिर यही गलत हुआ. Is it the wrong sequence?
यस मैम।
या मैंने गलत किया ऐसा कह रहे हैं क्या? ऐसा कुछ हुआ है?
मैम P0 होएगा ही नहीं मैम, बिकॉज मैक्स नीड इज 753 एंड अवेलेबल इज 745।
P0 753.
अवेलेबल वाज 745।
नहीं फिर सीक्वेंस हमारा बदलना पड़ेगा ना. इस सीक्वेंस के अलावा कुछ और भी होगा. किसी और सीक्वेंस से हो पा रहा है क्या? चेक किया? Check out all the possibilities. If still it is not possible, then we can answer that it is a unsafe. System is not in a safe state. That we can say. But before that, verify all the order. Okay, now let me also verify P1 if we'll start 332. If we will perform P1 first, okay, then उसके अलावा P1 के अलावा कोई और है क्या 332 में कन्वर्ट होने वाला? P3. If we will start with the P3 in that case, और ये 332 था, 332, and if we will start with the P3 5 4 3, ठीक है, P3 हुआ. Then 5 4 3, 5 4 3, so P4 can't. 5 4 3, no. P1 5 4 3, P1 can be executed. So 8 6 5, so we can take
मैम हम
P1.
लोग नीड मैट्रिक्स में देखते हैं मैक्स मैट्रिक्स में?
नीड मैट्रिक्स.
तो फिर बराबर है, सॉरी मैम।
और मैं भी कंफ्यूज हो गई, मैंने तो इसी कॉलम से कंसिडर किया. माय मिस्टेक. ओके, दिस इज द रिक्वायरमेंट. नो, आई ऑल्सो, मैं भी कंफ्यूज हो गई, सॉरी. दिस इज द नीड मैट्रिक्स बच्चा. ये हमें चाहिए ना. दिस इज द मैक्सिमम रिक्वायरमेंट फ्रॉम विच दिस इज ऑलरेडी अलोकेटेड एंड दिस वन वी रिक्वायर्ड नीड मैट्रिक्स, राइट? सो ओके, फिर से दिस we will verify. Now our availability is 332. Then that is why I have written this remaining need here and availability here. नहीं तो ये ऐसे confusion हो जाता है. I know this very well. मेरे साथ ये दूसरी बार हुआ है. That is why I have written like this. Okay, make sure you will also write whenever you are solving. This will be given in the question paper. No, whenever you are writing in the answer sheets, make sure ये column आप इधर ही रखो ताकि जल्दी में कोई गड़बड़ी ना हो जाए. Okay, ठीक है, चलो start with the fresh 332. So we can 332 means P1 we can consider. So 532. Yeah, okay, this is going well. Now P1 will done. Then after this availability we can solve P3 0 1 1 है. So we can consider the P3. So P3 after that 5 plus 2, 3 plus 1, then 2 plus 1, 3. Okay, that is also correct. Then P1 हुआ, P3 हुआ. Then so the next 7 4 3, 7 4 3, 7 4 3. No, we cannot consider this. 7 4 3. 7 4 3 से फिर P4 कैसे आएगा यहाँ पे? This is the requirement 4 3 1. किसने बताया था ये? What was your assumption while you are taking this P4? See, what I'm saying is, if our current availability is 743, 743, अगर ये हमारा current availability है, so how we can solve 431? We can solve. Okay, fine. P4.
And need is only 431.
431 ना?
Yes, ma'am. And available is 743.
हाँ. Okay, P4. Fine. P naught. Fine. Then P naught 332 0 1 0. तो यहाँ से ये हट जाएगा. So what will be the value here? Second last row, what will be the availability?
7 4
7 4
7 4 5
7 4 5. Okay, and after this
7 5 5 7 5 5. Last one is 10 5 7.
10 5 7. So this is the final availability. Okay. तो फिर हो रहा है नीड मैट्रिक्स से हो रहा है. दिस इज ओनली सोल्यूशन P1 P3 P4 P0 P2. ओके. Try to write this need matrix earlier, so it will not be any confusion. Okay, fine. Next question is, a system is having 3 processes. This type of the question will be asked in the objective. हाँ बोलो.
मैम उसमें से ही वो थर्ड वाला सब क्वेश्चन.
If the request from this is we discussed, no? If the request from P1 arrives from 102, can the request be guaranteed immediately? This is what our first we can say limitation जो हमने discuss किया था, है ना? Banker's algorithm में क्या है? Once the requirement has been announced by the processes, we cannot increase or we cannot change any request of the resources in between. Okay, so the question asked is guaranteed immediately. Right? What will be the answer then? उस हिसाब से whether we can guarantee the process execution of this P1 process immediately with this new change. Is it possible in that case?
No, ma'am.
नो मैम.
No. अगर यहाँ पे ऐसा पूछा रहता कि if this is the request, can we proceed with this? Then what we can say?
Yes,
we can, हाँ. Then we can say yes, we can proceed by considering in the next schedule. तो वहाँ पे हम लोग उसकी requirement, यहाँ पे requirement जो है ना इसकी allocation and need matrix, then in that case we can change. या फिर उसका जो next रहेगा उसमें हम change करके कर सकते हैं. P0 का 010 है ना, तो वहाँ पे 102 we can increase the requirement in the next schedule. But the question itself says immediately. So we cannot proceed immediately. We cannot change any requirement of any process in between once it is announced. Okay, so we can consider that for the next snapshot, for the next consideration of the system execution. Okay, so answer is no. हाँ, लेकिन अगर ऐसा पूछा है, if the question is like this, if the request from P1 arrives for 102, can with the system, whether the system will be in safe mode or unsafe mode, then in that case you have to prepare all this chart one more time, and in that case you will have to write the P naught requirement as per the given matrix. Okay, अगर ऐसा पूछा रहता कि इस केस में उसका चेंज होगा क्या, सेफ सिस्टम फिर भी सेफ रहेगी या नहीं रहेगी, देन उस केस में आपको फिर से ये वाला कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा बाय राइटिंग द न्यू रिक्वायरमेंट. ओके, बट इफ इट इज आस्क्ड इमीडिएटली द आंसर विल बी नो. Okay, the next is a system is having 3 processes, each requires 2 units of resources. 2 units of resources are the minimum number of unit of R such that no deadlock will occur. This type of the question will be asked in competitive exams. A system is having 3 processes. Consider P1, P2, P3. Having 3 processes. Each require 2 unit of resources R. मतलब कोई एक रिसोर्स है, उसके 2 इंस्टेंसेस हर एक प्रोसेस को चाहिए, each process को चाहिए for the entire execution. The minimum number of unit of R such that no deadlock will occur. Each process requires 2 instances of this resource, isn't it? So we have to tell them how many instances we have to provide minimum so that in this situation deadlock should not happen. That we have to consider. Okay, that we have to identify. Now suppose if I will keep only 2 instances of this resource, then whether deadlock can occur in this situation. यहाँ 2 तो ऑप्शन में है ही नहीं, but simply to understand, if I will take the 2 instances only of this resource, then what will happen? The first case can be कि दोनों instances P1 को दे दिए, दोनों instances हमने P1 को दे दिए, then P1 will execute, then it will give to P2, then it will give to P3. This is one of the case. The second case may possible कि the first instance will be allocated to the P1, second instance will be allocated to P2, and no any instance will allocate to P3. Then what will happen in that case? P2 will wait for one more instances, P1 will wait for one more instances, until they will receive the next instance. They will not release the previous one, isn't it? So in this case deadlock can occur. So we cannot say कि हम 2 instances से we can fulfill the requirement. There may be the possibility of deadlock. We have to consider all the cases, okay, while we are providing the solution in such type of the questions. Fine. So we cannot consider the 2 instances. Fine. Now the next number लेते हैं 3. Suppose 3 instances मैंने लिए, P1, P2, P3, and if I'm saying there are 3 instances available. So which case can happen in this? Suppose 1, 2. I have allocated 2 instances to P1, 1 instance allocated to P2. This is one of the case. Then P1 will execute. After execution, P1 will terminate. It will release. So after releasing, P2 को 1 चाहिए था ना, तो उसको एक allocate हो गया, और इसमें से बचा हुआ एक P3 को allocate हो गया. So P2 will execute, then P2 will release, then from this P2 one more instance will go to P3, and then P3 will execute. So in this way, without any deadlock, P1, P2, P3 can execute. This is one of the case, right? This is one of the case. But what if इनिशियल स्टेट में ही अगर ये 3 इंस्टेंसेस अलग अलग असाइन हो गए, 1 instance will be allocated to P1, 1 instance will be allocated to P2, 1 instance will be allocated to P3. ऐसा अगर हुआ, then what will happen? Everyone will wait for the second instance. P1 will wait for one more instance, P2 will wait for one more instance, P3 will wait for one more instance. They will not release the previously allocated instances. So in such case also deadlock can happen. So we cannot say that 3 is the best solution, right? This is also not possible. Just a minute. Hello Rama ma'am, बस 2 मिनट, 2 मिनट में छोड़ती हूँ. So the 3 is not the best solution. Now consider the 4. Suppose P1, P2, P3. Okay, and there are 4 instances, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we will consider कि 4 instances है, so what can happen? One of the case will be suppose 1, 2, 1, 2, और इसको कुछ भी allocated नहीं है. So in that case, what will happen? P1 will execute first. It will release, right? It will release. So after releasing, this 2 of the instances will be allocated to P2. So P1 will be executed, P2 will be simultaneously executing, and after P1, P3 can execute. So without any deadlock, they can execute, right? Now second case क्या हो सकता है? P1, P2, P3 और 4 instances है ना हमारे 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 instances है. So it may possible one will be allocated here, one will be allocated here, one will be allocated here. Same time पे तीनों को एक instances allocate हो गए. But still one is remaining, right? If still one is remaining, any one of the process will get that instance, right? Suppose P1 will get that instance. So after getting 2 of the instances, requirement will be fulfilled. So P1 will execute first. After that, it will release the resources. Then one of the instance will be executed now to P2. Then another one will be executed assigned to the P3. So at the same time, P2 and P3 can execute further. Right? This is the another case. So in any situation, या फिर दो पहले P2 को allocate हो गए और बाकी दो इसको allocate हो गए, then also they can execute, isn't it? So we can say here, तो फिर if the 4 instances requirement or the 4 instances of the resources is fulfilling the requirement of 2 units for this each process, then no need to calculate for next 5 or 6. Okay, minimum ही पूछा है ना यहाँ पे, the question is minimum. So we are fulfilling this requirement with the 4 instances at the same time. We cannot consider 2, we cannot consider 3, because in only one situation the deadlock will not happen, but in the another discussed case the deadlock may happen. So we cannot consider 3 solution, we can go with the 4 instances, right? So the answer will be 4. So such type of the questions will also be asked in the deadlock for competitive exams, but in with respect to our university examination, the 10 marks question will be asked like this. Okay. So we have completed here our third unit. From Monday we will start with the fourth memory management topic. I will upload all the remaining notes for all the third unit notes today, and by Saturday Sunday I will upload manual also, write-ups. You have to write maximum 2 pages for each practicals, and you will have to upload it on the Moodle.